who's in your tribe? Who's prepared to put their hand in the air and say that they're proud and pleased to be a member of your gang? And because that's how we create professional reputations and professional relationships with people. And certainly for me, like I suppose most service provision companies right now, we're not necessarily deemed to be essential, although I would question that for someone who spends his life supporting people and helping them explore their own physical and emotional well-being, allowing them to be able to explore some stuff, then actually maybe we're deemed to be non-essential because we're not necessarily involved in, I suppose, the basic elements of life, which traditionally would sit within that, that I suppose that Maslow hierarchy, and the base levels is food and water and shelter. But actually, for the sustainment of this, whatever this is, then actually people's emotional well-being and allowing them to be able to explore that is probably key to their long-term health. And certainly I think people like us, as in terms of what we do, are going to be vital for people to want to explore the rebuilding of their lives and making sure that they've got the emotional health to be able to move on and move forward. And so, but actually one of the things for smaller companies out there, be they, I don't know, a voiceover artist, or be they, someone like me who's a coach and a consultant and a coach educator, or be they, a small web designer, and on all of those great professional services that are out there, that potentially are working quite hard right now in order to be able to survive. We don't necessarily have the huge marketing budgets that some others have got. So actually I'd like to start a little bit of a movement, a little bit of a focus about encouraging anyone that's ever had contact with a great small business that's provided you with a great service is be part of their tribe right now, is put your hand in the air and stand up and be proud and out loud and let people know that you experienced a great service from them. Whether that be you go on to Trustpilot, or whether you put something on LinkedIn, whether you put something on their Facebook page, or whether you simply send an email and give them a bit of feedback, but also and let them know that you're happy for the extract or some elements of that email to be used as a testimonial on their website. We tend to share by word of mouth at times about the services of those organisations, and most of us actually, whilst we will do some marketing, actually we live on the referral. And so of course when you're in the thick of doing what you're doing, then actually it's quite easy to be potentially referred. But for some of those companies, then maybe actually they won't have had a customer for 3, 4, 5 months by the time we get out of this. And so the immediate influence that their tribe has, the immediate influence that their customers can have on other customers, starts to steadily diminish. So actually doing whatever we can to be able to put a review out there, to be able to say, do you know what, I'm part of this tribe. It's sometimes quite fascinating for me as a coach, because not everybody wants to admit they've had coaching, and strangely enough, as someone who works as a coach educator, it's quite uncomfortable sometimes for some of those people that come and train with you to admit that they learnt something somewhere, because they now see themselves potentially as being in competition with you, because they're now doing what you do, which is coaching, which for me is fantastic. It's a fabulous thing for them to be able to do. So it sometimes means that people putting their hand in the air, and it's the same probably for some consultancy organisations, for people to put their hand in the air and say we had a problem and these people fixed it, is sometimes not as comfortable as it can be, because you've got to admit that you had a problem in the first place. So have a think about however you do that, however it's comfortable with you. But I am going to encourage you right now to be able to do something for all of those businesses that right now are deemed to be non-essential, that don't have the world's biggest marketing budget, and do what you can in order to be able to support them. Write a reference, write a referral, go and put something on LinkedIn, go and put something and put a recommendation on their trade website. post something on Facebook or Instagram, like their posts, share their stuff, and allow them to be able to stay passionately and powerfully alive and continue to do great service. Maybe simply just share a story about what great service they provided to you to someone else, and say, if you're ever thinking about, this particular service in the future, then, I got a great service from these people or this company or this person, because that's just something that we can do. Go and help them right now increase and grow their tribe. So wherever you are in the world, stay safe and help people grow their tribe.